Hi, it's Dr. Diana, and here's the second call for the Body Boost. Welcome all that are with us. I know that the Zoom can sometimes be a little bit crazy, but as we get used to it, we will be better and better. So hopefully all of you can hear me and we're making some sense here. What I wanted to do is see what your why was. And last week we talked about what was your why and why are you doing this program? And also, how would you feel when you lost the weight you want to lose? And what would you be able to do once you lost the weight? So I'm going to give it a minute or two and see if anyone else joins us. If not, no problem. And it's about 12:34. So what I want to cover today is I'm going to share my why and why I am doing the program with you. And then I'm going to also go over some of the books that you received, the ebooks. And the reason I look like this is I just had my tennis league and I just got back. So I'm just in my kind of sporty, sweaty outfit right now, but exercise is key for us to do. So my why for doing the program is I'm going to be going on a vacation in May. And I'm going to Cozumel, which is kind of near Cancun. So it's really cool. And I want to look good in my bathing suit. And I want to feel good while I'm doing my water sports like swimming and paddleboarding and all the activities that I want to do, and I want to feel good when I'm taking pictures. So it's kind of like I feel like now is the year for me and all of you to really take advantage of what we have. We have the ability to eat well, lose weight, exercise, and do all the things we want to do to stay incredibly healthy. So that's my why, and that's part of the reason I'm doing this program. So I want to feel good in a bathing suit. Having like a bikini is kind of scary for some of us, but I think that for some of you, if you want to join and let me know why you're doing this program, that would be awesome. You can always go on the Facebook page and put it on there too if you like. So that's my why. How I feel when I'm doing that, I'm going to feel so much more confident. I feel better about myself. I won't look at the pictures and go, oh, I hate taking pictures. And also just feel like happier. I think I'll be more content, just happy with just me and my life and knowing that I enjoy my vacation. So that's my why. That's how I'm going to feel differently once I lose weight. And my goal is to lose about 12 pounds. And I think with that, I should be pretty good. So I'll show him my before and after pictures. I'm getting my fat analysis done today. So those of you who've had your body fat analysis done, it's really cool. You're going to see your body fat, your muscle mass, your water, make sure you're not dehydrated. So it's a really good way to get an overall look at how you're doing. So let's move on to some of the books that you received. And I want to make sure that you're kind of following some of those books. So the New You Evolution I have on my other computer. I don't know how to switch the screen, but that's okay. So I want to talk a little bit about the New You Evolution and what's in it. And so in the New You Evolution, it really goes into the compound effect. And that means little steps that we do every day make a big difference. So when you look at the book, you're going to see about the compound effect and that how little things that we make slight little shifts per day will make a huge impact. The first part of the book goes into the diet industry and how it's really hard to lose weight with the diet industry. We kind of balloon up and down. And it's just that the industry really isn't geared toward really changing behavior, which is what body loss and our body boost program is about. It's really making small changes in little habits that you have that make a huge effect. So one of the examples I give in the book is about the caramel macchiato. Now, some of us love to go to Starbucks and we like to get our different lattes and macchiatos and things like that. But if you actually look at how much it costs, as well as how many calories are in it, it's really interesting because the caramel macchiato, I give the example, it has about 280 calories in it. And that's a small size. That's the grande, so whatever the smallest is, obviously I don't go to Starbucks that much, but the smallest size has 280 calories. And when you look at how much sugar it's in there, it's 8 cubes of sugar, which is pretty amazing. The other thing that's amazing about it is when you look at how many calories, if you did that every week for a whole year, once a day for every week, so per week, the amount of calories that you're having is pretty huge. And you'd be basically 14,500 calories. if you go once a week. If you go 3 times a week to get it, so 3 times a week, like let's say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to be having about 14,560 calories per the whole week. Wow. Oh, so go 3 times a week, that's going to be for a whole year. And you'll be spending about $694. Now, if you went 5 days a week, let's say Monday through Friday, you're getting your caramel macchiato, you're basically spending about $1,100 for just that per day. And you're also getting about 72,000 calories. So when you think about how much weight that would be, that's almost 20 pounds. So by going to Starbucks, and I'm nothing against Starbucks, but by going there and having that macchiato every day, you're having 8 more cubes of sugar per day. You're having a lot more calories that you're having, and you're also spending money. So what if you have logged in, if I'm otherwise now inactive? I don't know. So don't know why Messenger has that. It's all good. So if you're doing that, you're basically spending more money and getting a lot more calories that you really need. So what if you change that behavior, and rather than get a caramel macchiato, you got like an Americano, which is a plain coffee, which basically has no calories. And then you can put in, let's say, almond milk or some kind of milk that has a little bit of calories, but definitely not as much as would be in a caramel macchiato. So I think that's kind of a really cool way to look at how the compound effect really impacts life. So the compound effect was a book written by Darren Hardy, and I have a picture of him in the ebook called The New You Evolution that all of you, I hope, have opened up and started reading. But basically his whole premise was that the compilation of your day-to-day choices really have an outcome. The ultimate outcome is a compilation of your day-to-day choices. So I'm going to stop there for a minute and see if anyone has any questions. Those that are joining me, any questions about anything I've covered so far? So let's see, a question came in about, do I need to count calories? Counting calories, it depends. I personally think if you start eating right, the good foods, like less processed foods, less packaged foods, really fruits and vegetables that are fresh, lean protein is really important. So calories you can count. There's so many apps you can use. I think in the book I even show some other apps that you can use, like there's Health Watch 360. There's a lot of apps that you can do and even take a picture of what's in the ingredients of what you're eating. So it will tell you how many calories and how much sodium. There's a lot of sodium in what we eat. So it's really important to look out for that. So the compound effect is really to do small steps, and it could be one thing per week. So let's say the first thing would be, rather than get a caramel macchiato, you're going to get a caramel coffee Americano rather than that caramel macchiato. So you're going to be saving a lot of calories, saving some money, but not completely money. So what if you had your coffee at home? That's a whole nother issue. You'd save a whole bunch of money. The other thing I have in the book that, in addition to making those small changes, is to record them. So if you can keep a journal. Some of us like the journals, which is just basically paper. You can do it in a nice journal like this, or you can put it on your phone and keep it as an app. But basically, I want you to track down what you're eating, when you're eating, also the emotions surrounding what you're eating. Because a lot of times we'll eat because we're emotionally starving for something. Let's say we're angry, let's say we're lonely, let's say we're feeling frustrated, feeling sorry for ourselves, we might go and get some comfort food. So if you can write down what you're eating and what your emotions are when you're eating, it may really help you see what you're eating and then maybe make a choice. Let's say you might be really angry and you're like, okay, I'm gonna grab that cookie. But if you think about it before you grab that cookie and say, okay, why am I going for that cookie? And say, it's because I'm pissed off at XYZ, then you might not take that cookie and say, you know what, might be better, I'll go for a walk. So really put those emotions down, think why you're eating, what you're eating, and when and why, because those are really important. The other thing is on the weekly food journal is the amount of water that you're drinking. So we know that you want about half your body weight in ounces of water per day. If you're exercising, you need even more than that. So that's really important. So we have water intake on that, and there's also a column for exercise. So if you can do some exercise every day, you can also do high intensity training, interval training, which I have a lot of blogs about on my site. And you can do some walking and then go a little faster. Let's say you do some hills. That's a great thing too. So please use that weekly food journal to help guide you along as you're trying to lose the weight and stay focused. The other thing that's in it is talks about how to just like be patient with things. It's a steady, slow process. So you want to be the tortoise, not the hare. Literally, you want to do things slowly, one step at a time, and make this a lifetime lifestyle change. So little changes over time will have a huge impact. So I really encourage each of you to go to your book, The New You Evolution, really read all parts of it, and know that if it were easy, you know, everyone would be doing it. So we know that this is the process. Stay in there, hang in there, and know that I'm here supporting you. And please join me next week. I'll talk even more about how to stay focused. We'll actually talk about affirmations next week. So you also have an affirmation book. That's really cool. And I will go over that next week in the next Zoom call. So thanks all of you joining me today. I hope you all are doing great with your process and your programs. Please let me know how you're doing. Go to the Facebook page, say your recipes if you want to share some, how you're doing, and then we'll be all connected. So thanks so much for joining today, and I'll see you next time, next Wednesday. Thanks so much. Make sure I ended in meeting.